What's really good, LeSBP Trading Familia, Buenos Dias, Bonjour, Bonjour, Salbona. Thank you all for tuning in. So today we're going to be doing I think I'm going to be doing a daily recap. And the reason for that is one, because I keep it fresh. Two, it helps me, I feel like it helps me a lot better to recap at the end of the day rather than 2 or 3 days later. Two, I am making steady changes and I don't want to space the days out too much where, maybe one day I'm doing this and then 4 days later I'm doing that because I'm testing. So, with testing or with live testing comes, things that you find that probably need to be tweaked, moved, changed completely or something like that. So, like last week, I can give you one example right now. Last week, I was saying that I was going to take up to 2 losses per day, no more than probably like 3 or 4 trades. Now I've dwindled it down to probably about 2 trades per day and taking 1 loss, but because my stop loss ticks are a little bit higher. My stop loss ticks on like just literally recently was like Thursday or Friday. I believe my stop loss ticks to be 12. Now it's a complete 30 and I only have room for 1 loss in a day. Because I was only willing to take up to 24 ticks. Now I'm willing to take up to 30. So very interesting how things change, how you tweak things depending on, certain things. Like I went up in time frame. I still enter on the 3 minute, but I try to work off the 30 and the 15. So yeah, it is interesting as I'm testing. So either way, I want to go ahead and jump into it. Let's start off with some Arabic. Let's start off with some Arabic really quickly. We haven't done any kind of Duolingo for a while. Arabic's been the one I've been doing the most. Next would be like Zulu and then probably French and Spanish. So let's go ahead and do this really quickly and then we'll move on to the charts or move on to the trade and then the charts. So trade station and then charts. Don't forget, this is a demo. I'm not live trading yet. I am live back testing, but because I'm back testing, or excuse me, I call it forward testing. I am live forward testing, which means I'm pressing that buy and that sell button during the actual market movement. But it's through a demo account. It's paper traded. It's not real money. All right. So I don't want to fool anybody. All right. So these are R's, by the way. That is an R. That is an A. So you have R, A, R, A, R. So R, A, R, A, R. Rar, rar, rar. I don't know. It's
قرار
rar, rar. That one sounds weird. But yeah, that's all right.
ضرب ضرب
Darb, darb. That one's interesting. All right. So
ضرب
darb, darb. Okay, so it's a flat. So D A R. This, if you can see it, it just looks like a circle. That makes it a flat sound, but into the B. So it's almost like a connection. Da r b.
ضرب ضرب
Yeah. So it's weird, but and also if you don't know, everything is written from right to left. All right, right to left in Arabic. All right, and then this will be the last one. So Rab, Rab,
راب
Bert. Actually, let's do these over here. So, R, this is an R. That little accent right there is a U, and this is a T. So rut,
رد
rut. This is a B. This little one right here is a B. That's a U. So B U. And then remember, this makes the R kind of like connected. So Bert,
برد
Bert. All right. This one is a T with an I at the bottom of it. Don't you scratch me. My dog, sorry. So T, one I, because there is a letter for a double I. You have a double I, then you have a single I. So T, single I, and then K. Tick.
تك
And then teak.
تيك
Yeah. All right. It's I don't know. It's not hard, but it's not easy either. All right, so I'm gonna take down my screen because my CPU usage gets like really high. I need to buy a new computer to be honest with y'all, but I'm broke. So we'll be on that in a little bit. But either way, all right. Let's see. So right here we have the 15th, which is today. We only took one trade today. Like I said, I did make some changes. So today's trade was a sell trade. We kind of got in at the end of the move. I'm not gonna lie, we kind of got in at the end of the move, but it's simply because of my strategy. I have to keep tweaking it. I have to figure out what works best. Sometimes I do get in a little bit late, but my strategy honestly is more of a continuation strategy, not a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a counter trend strategy. So it more or less goes with the continuation of the market. In the quick trend turnaround though. So like the trend could possibly be going up. There, let me see. Let me see if I can get in here real quick. So the trend might be going. You might see the trend going up for a little bit, something like that. And then at this point where it does start to turn around, I do sometimes get an entry. But a lot of the time, I won't get a good entry until it's like that, where it finally comes down below this area, and then I'm getting that continuation. So, yeah, that's pretty much how my strategy is. But either way, let's see, get out of here. Yeah, so we only took the one trade today. That was this. Oops, my bad. That was this trade here. It was a sell position, and then we bought out. As you can see, we took the L. We took the loss. So looking at that position here on TradingView, I do have some interesting notes that I will read you all really quickly so that I'm not babbling on. So this first one here, just writing down thoughts. Here, took a look at the 15-minute and 30-minute saw support resistance area. We are trying to use that a little bit more. I would like to use those more to help me trade. They also can be used as a exit criteria. Sorry, I'm trying to move this. Okay. They also can be used as exit criteria. What was I about to say? And also looked at for the price. I was looking at for price to displace its current movement pattern. In this case, it basically either going up or going down. To be honest, it wasn't either way, but going up or going down at 9:30 open, and then falling or rising very quickly. So as you can see, what I was looking for was boom and then boom, and then I wanted it to hit my EMA so that I can jump into that trade. Well, sadly, we got two out of the three. It bypasses support resistance area, displaced a little bit right here, and then it started to slowly rise. And that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to see something like that. But the bad thing was it didn't touch my EMA, so I never kind of got a chance there. Maybe one day as I get better, I can use support resistance solely as one of my confluences to say I'm comfortable enough trading into it, but I was not. So after that, it went up for pretty much half the day, all the way up until almost the 12 o'clock news. So we did have two news events today. We had 8:30 Empire State Manufacturing Index, and we had Fed Chair Powell speaking at 12. As you can see, the turnaround happened at 11:24. And then boom, from there, just kind of trickled down, trickled down. Then we had the 12 o'clock news, and then even more trickling. Slight push off of this smaller support resistance area that I found on the 5-minute, maybe the 3-minute, and then push, and then boom, finally displaced or pushed under it. I'm probably using that word wrong, so please tell me if I'm using it wrong, but that's fine. And then after that, I said, took a while, waited for this one trade most of the day. News, what? Oh, new 1-to-1. I don't know what that means, but I wrote down my entry, TP, and stop loss. Yes, probably I need to write better notes. To be honest with you, that's why I kind of want to do these as quickly as possible, because sometimes I'll be writing some shit and I'm just trying to get stuff out of my head really quickly so that I don't lose it. But then sometimes it doesn't make sense later on. I think by saying that, I was probably talking about the fact that my 1-to-1 is a little bit bigger. It's 30 ticks instead of 12 ticks. So what I was using last week, and this is also another reason why I want to do these more often, these videos more often, is because I think as of last week, Thursday or Friday, I was basically saying like, oh, we're going to use 12 ticks as my 1-to-1, giving us, the opportunity to take at least two trades in the day, blah, 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 blah. Well, in this case, we're using 30 ticks as our 1-to-1, which means I'll only have the opportunity to take one trade. So not only did we increase the stop loss, but we decreased our trade amount, not trade amount, our trading frequency, opportunity, I guess, in a sense. So it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because for me, the less the opportunity, the more or the better I feel like my strategy gets. Even though you get lesser opportunities to actually jump into trades, I feel like I can negate some of the bull crap that happens in the market when I do that. So, last but not least, the last note here is a very long one, so sorry. Thoughts: 1 of 2 trades per day only, or 1 to 2 trades, excuse me, per day only. Oh yeah, I think I was jotting down, my notes here because maybe I would say it, maybe I'll forget to say it at the beginning of the video. So 1 to 2 trades per day only. Notice my strat feeds off the 30-minute candle and EMA value, which is good. I wanted to trade on, or I wanted to make sure that my entry criteria started at something bigger than just the 3 or the 5 minute. So I noticed that my entry criteria, even though I'm looking at the 3 sometimes, the values of those criterias or those candles are coming from the 30-minute, both the 30-minute candles and the 30-minute EMAs. So I feel a little bit better on that one. So looking at the 30-minute candle after entry is probably better instead of the smaller time frame. I do feel less anxious. So basically that just means I move, instead of I'll enter on this 3 minute and then I'll move up to the 30 minute just to watch that candle, see if it, goes my way or not, or, if it continues to go in my position. What did I say? I feel less anxious seeing the bigger candle movement. 30-minute candle close in my direction seems good, but of course, nothing in trading is a definite winner. Like even though throughout my back testing and the tweaking over this weekend to make sure that I could still use that 3 minute, but I work off of a bigger candle. Even though seeing that a lot, or the thought that it was working. Sorry, did not know that was still on. The thought that it was working pretty well on the 30-minute, and if the close of that 30-minute was under my if the close of that 30-minute candle was under my 30-minute EMA, it does work out a lot better. It doesn't mean that I'm going to win every time. So I don't think that's a possibility in trading. And then after the trade thought, we took the L, but I don't think this was a bad trade. Just not enough power behind it to make the move. So as you can see, in a lot of cases where the win came, and this is back tested stuff because I didn't take this trade obviously last week. But where that win came from was basically entering at probably the close or a little bit later after the close of the first big candle, and then boom, having enough power to push that within the next few candles up to where my TP would be, or down to where my TP would be. So in this case, same thing. So remember, that part is back tested. So now we're live testing. So we'll see how it goes for the rest of the week. I really appreciate you all. Thank you once again for tuning in. I'm hoping that with the videos being more frequent, I'm trying to make them shorter. All right, I will be aiming for something around like 8 minutes. Today was a bit of a long one because I did have to explain some of the changes that I made. Tomorrow I will not. So hopefully you caught up. You caught up with the videos, because if not, you probably gonna be a little bit lost if you watched last week and then all of a sudden you see this one tomorrow or maybe Wednesday or something. Either way, appreciate y'all. Thanks as always. Hopefully you all had a great Monday, and have a great rest of the week. I will see you all tomorrow. Probably release this Monday video on Tuesday, Tuesday's video on Wednesday. Y'all, we'll see how it goes. All right, y'all. Peace. I be talking fast.